What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I would like to welcome you to my podcast, the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about rootwork, conjure, tarot, culture, astrology, and a little bit of everything in between. I hope you guys are having an amazing rising, and if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend and tell a friend. You never know who it can help, and if you are an OG, thank you so much for continuing to engage and support my content. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget to engage in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know about your experiences if you feel comfortable. And yeah, y'all, guess what? We have made it to 500 subscribers on YouTube. So yesterday I was like, yay, we be hitting the 100 listeners on Spotify, because I had to do my podcast over. But now we are up 500 subscribers on YouTube as well. I appreciate y'all so much. Whenever you strike out on a journey that is not familiar to you or the people that you've been around, been in past relationships with, family, it is an extreme amount of resistance, like, especially being from the deep south. Like, I know I got listeners and stuff from all over the place, but like when you are coming from the south, I don't know, like that Bible Belt shit, it just hit different. Like, they be almost angry with you for branching out and doing things differently. Don't let you decide that you want to tap into your ancestral roots and step out of the guise of patriarchal religion, aka Christianity, etc. Take it where it resonates, but don't apply, let it fly. But it has just been like a massive journey. Even the people that I felt like would get it and would understand have somewhat along the walk, like, kind of distanced themselves. And it's not hurtful. It's just like, I'm glad, because I don't need you smiling in my face and then feeling one way another way behind the scenes. But what I'm saying, what I'm getting around to, is when you have a situation where you're stepping into your authentic self, walking in your purpose, and doing something that you generally like to do. I love researching. I love being able to do what I do and help others feel comfortable in their skin. And to be seen is like, it's a feeling. It's a very amazing feeling. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. So shout out to the gang. Thank y'all for tapping in, and we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Okay, now today we're going to go over the Kush Almanac for Saturday, and also we're going to be tapping into the horoscopes for the day, as well as the transits, with ending with a little tribe reading. So hang tight and grab your notebook so you can know what's going on. I'm getting a little bit of a late start today, honestly, but better late than never, baby. Better late than never. So today is Saturday, and Saturdays, it is ruled by Daddy Saturn, and Saturn is all about patience, wisdom, speaking with your elevated ancestors and your spirit team. Now, you can use this day to heal from grief, overcome addictions, and letting go of things that just no longer serve you. Now, if you're into the woo, the witchcraft, the hoodoo, the voodoo, however, whatever your flavor, you will spend today focusing on casting protective wards, cord cutting workings, uncrossings, possibly removals, and also banishing bindings as well as endings. So take note of that as you get ready to move through today's energy, what's coming with it. I have been really walking with the idea that Saturn is a day great for kind of dealing with your spirit team that is a little less about spiritual warfare in the sense of fighting, because that's more of like a Tuesday Mars kind of energy. But do what you feel. 11:01 on the timestamp. Do what you feel. Now, in terms of what's going on with the planets and the transits today. We are working with another split current. Now, this is the kind root workers know how to ride. The moon is running wild through Sagittarius for the beginning of the day, and it's kicking up that truth-telling wind, the road opening heat, that don't fence me in type of spirit that helps you break out of whatever tried to hold you in like this small box. This is a fire forged with freedom magic, perfect for uncrossing, speaking power over your path, and calling your spirit back from places you've outgrown. Now, as night falls, the moon is going to slide into Capricorn, and the energy is snapping into place. What was wild becomes strategic, planned out, well thought out, and composed. What was open becomes structured. The Capricorn moon, shout out to my Capricorn moons, is where we carve things in stone: commitments, boundaries, business, and legacy moves. Tonight is about sealing what you've started, grounding your blessings, and putting the ancestors' blueprint on your next step. So what you're going to do is you're going to move bold throughout the day, but move intentional tonight. The road opens first, then the road gets paved, okay? We love to see it. So let's go with these horoscopes, y'all. If you would like to get any guidance or root work tips for the extended horoscopes, you can join my Patreon under Tribe Talk, and you can either sign up for the daily subscription, or you can go ahead and purchase the horoscope separately, whatever you desire. Now, first things first, let's get into Aries, okay? Aries, the Capricorn moon is activating your 10th house of legacy, pushing you to take authority seriously. You may feel pressure to prove something. Don't rush. The sun entering Sagittarius opens a wider horizon, reminding you that long-term success is a marathon, not a sprint. Taurus, with the moon in fellow earth sign Capricorn lighting up your 9th house, perspective shifts land hard today. You may see the truth about a belief, mentor, or path you once trusted. The Sagittarius sun encourages learning beyond your comfort zone. Gemini, the Capricorn moon moves through your 8th house, making you aware of energetic debts, intimate exchanges, and power dynamics. Transparency is everything today. With the sun newly in Sagittarius, partnerships become a major theme. Cancer, the moon in your opposite sign highlights relationships and the emotional agreements you've neglected. New truths emerge as the Sagittarius sun energizes your 6th house of routines and obligations. Leo, the Capricorn moon highlights your 6th house, revealing where your energy is leaking, habits, people, or rituals that are out of alignment. Sagittarius season is boosting your creative fire and encouraging play, but first you must reclaim discipline. Virgo, the Capricorn moon is moving through your 5th house, spotlighting passion, creativity, and children. Sagittarius season activates your emotional core, making your intuition louder than usual. Libra, with the moon in Capricorn, your 4th house is stirred. Home, roots, safety, and the unseen workings in your family line. Sagittarius season is bringing you conversations and movement, but today asks you to look inward. Scorpio, the Capricorn moon is highlighting your 3rd house of communication, siblings, and short-term plans. Your words carry weight today. Sagittarius season pulls focus towards your resources and self-worth, urging you to speak from value, not fear. Sagittarius, this is your solar return. Happy, 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 right? Or not? I don't know how y'all feeling. Your season begins with the moon in Capricorn activating your 2nd house of money and self-esteem. You're starting your new cycle with grounded clarity around what must be earned, saved, and secured. Capricorn, the moon is in your sign, amplifying self-awareness and pressure. With the sun entering Sagittarius, subconscious messages rise to the surface. Today is a day to observe, not force. Aquarius, the Capricorn moon activates your 12th house, bringing hidden feelings forward and making you more sensitive to energetic shifts. Sagittarius energy pulls you back into community, but not before you clear what's weighing on your spirit. And finally, Pisces. The Capricorn moon activates your 11th house of networks and long-term dreams. Sagittarius season is putting pressure on your career, making you step into bigger shoes. Insights from friends or mentors may guide your next move. Okay? Again, if y'all want to check those out in full, tap into my Patreon where you can get that every day, every single day. Now let's look at these transits. I skipped over this yesterday because I don't know why, but I did. I skipped over it. Now, like I said, today starts off with the moon being in Sagittarius, and then later on tonight it shifts into Capricorn. So that's why we went ahead and did the horoscopes for Capricorn moon energy. Okay, y'all? So don't think too much deeply into it. It's just cusp energy today. Now, as you know, we are heavily in retrograde season. Secrets are coming out. People firing off at the mouth. People thought that they were buried, are shifting so that you could do the inner work. You could do the spiritual work. You could do the emotional work. And there is a resistance within the generation and the society, especially in terms of what makes us feel secure and stable. But again, if you are willing to do the necessary work and put down the ground seeds to have the life you want, you can pretty much, make some shape regardless. So the plans that you are following don't have to reflect your upbringing or the people that were around you or your family or society. This season is truly about doing what brings you joy and peace and just doing what you want to do. Like, don't let them box you in. You spent a long time doing that, and there's a lot of childhood trauma being shifted. Again, there's a lot of shadow work that's being done from the deepest places with Lilith and Scorpio and Chiron and Aries, which is retrograding right now. Now, in terms of very potent energy, Lilith is busy. She's transiting a lot of other planets today, so y'all see all that mess going on, coming out, like people secrets. This is very much vibing with what astrology is bringing to the table. Okay, so just lay low lay low and play slow. You know what I'm saying? What they say, lay low and play slow. Mind your business. I have definitely come to a point in my journey where I just kind of just back up, like that Homer Simpson meme where he backing up into the hedge, or that Kim Kardashian meme where she popping up looking, baby, I ain't in it. My name Bennett and I ain't motherfucking in it. And I suggest that if it's not as if you have anything to hide. It's just that you just don't want to be bothered with that shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? So let it ride, okay? Just let it ride. We've got bigger fish to fry, and that extra mess and all that bullshit is not on the menu, okay? Now, the 0 degrees is Mercury is trining Jupiter, which is still flowing through Cancer, and it is retrograde. And so again, you are reviewing things. I heard a very interesting perspective about the mother and the father are working together energy, like that mom and pop, matriarchy and patriarchy energy is trying to balance itself out. And a lot of things are happening, a lot of information is coming out, so those things can be solved, and you can increase your luck and increase your expansion in terms of what you're trying to grow and things that are going to help you move forward with that Mercury energy, right? Now Mercury in Scorpio is also trining Saturn in Pisces at 0 degrees, and these are retrograding energy. So again, giving you the opportunity to deal with things that may have been plaguing you and stopping you from building and harvesting the life that you want. Things that spiritually or internally you might be dealing with. You're being forced to take a look in the mirror right now. Jupiter in Cancer is trining Saturn in Pisces as well, as in Uranus and Taurus is sextile Neptune in Pisces at 0 degrees, which are both retrograding at this point. Everybody else is kind of shifting. We got a couple of 1 degree energies, which is right after 0 degrees. So when I say 0 degrees, I'm always speaking 11 on the timestamp. I'm speaking of energy that's quite potent and absolute, but the orbit and the degrees do matter. And I'm into numerology too, so I could sit here for about 30 minutes and like play in this energy and talk about like what it means and why these numbers are significant for these transits in terms of what the planets represent and zodiac signs represent. So we gonna keep this team brief because, baby, I could go on and on. But there is a lot. People are being forced to take accountability. You know, there are power moves. Action is being taken at those 1 degrees. You know, I ain't gonna speak too much on it. Then we have to talk about things. And again, tribe talk, but not without the mama, as my kid calls it. I don't know if I could do that one all the way through, babes, but it's a lot, you know. It's a lot. It's quite a bit. Okay, so speaking on the culture, Lord Jesus, speaking on the culture. Speaking on the culture. God, I don't know, y'all. Let me just, shouldn't I? Is that for a moment for a tribe talk? Okay, we just gonna touch on just a bit. So our girl Summer then fell for the whoop, and she's allowed herself to be baited into some bullshit. And you know, I've had interactions with an unhealed Aries woman before, and let me just say this as I shuffle these cards for our tribe reading. Like, it could get vicious. So, when, you know, oh, Summer. But that's the type of energy we in right now, baby. That's the vibes. Those are the vibes. And so, is she moving through that in a way that is digestible for the masses? Maybe so, maybe no. What I'm really figuring out too when it comes to people and their opinions and how you might feel about others and like things of that nature, there is a whole group of people that just do not give a fuck. Like, there's a group of women that are okay with what she's saying, and there's a group of women that are not okay. And I'm seeing like on the cusp of a lot of different like situations, you know what I'm saying? Like, people gonna rock with who they rock with, even down to Nikki. Like, no shade out tea, and I ain't saying I agree with what she did, but what I'm saying is you know, care to be the devil's advocate, care to be providing some nuance here. Like, she's still gonna have her fans, she's still gonna have her people. So I feel like, you know, as we filter through where we stand with things, that's just like spirit giving you the opportunity to say, okay, this is what I rock with, this is what I don't rock with, you know, authentic from a very clear space. But that shit ain't stopping. It's some women in the comments that is not giving a damn about like the morality of what, you know, Summer is saying. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. That's why I have stopped putting, you know, I like to talk about the culture in some way, because like things like what Nikki did affects like the culture in terms of politics and how it looks to people. Like, if you're accepting shit, if you are endorsing something that hurts the country or like people in general, you know what I'm saying? But shit, that ain't stop nothing. That ain't stop absolutely nothing, okay? It ain't stop nothing, honey. Okay, them people still fucking with her, and you got some people that separating, you know, clearing themselves out, but the great mass majority, that she still. But you could, I ain't gonna. Nope, Aries Mercury will not get me today. My Mercury is in Aries. You won't get me today, baby. You won't get me today. Hell no. Maybe another day, but not today. Baby, I have posted and deleted post it and delete it. And I try to turn things into a teachable moment. That's what I told myself. I told myself I was not going to give my ops and the people who wanted to see me down the satisfaction of like bringing them into my storyline. And what's crazier is, I was telling y'all yesterday that I was looking into the Ashley Ware, Alexis Ware, I think, situation out of South Carolina, where she was into the woo and people were trying to say like, she disappeared, and now they're spinning this narrative like she was doing death magic and things like that. And that's, she was doing shit she wasn't supposed to be doing, and she got caught up. So people saying she was involved in some demonic shit. It came to my spirit today that, is it possible she just got the fuck on? I don't know why it came to me today. Like, is it possible she just got the Alexis lady, she just got the hell on? Because it was this, and we're not talking about right or wrong, we talking about facts. It was this lady, this white woman, and I had posted it on my Facebook, but they were talking about domestic violence and abuse or whatever, and they talked about how, but she did this like back in the 40s, I think, maybe the 30s or 40s, and she got the hell on and left her children with the abusive father, because like she was like, in that day and age, like she saw no other way out. I'm not saying that this is the what happened. What I'm saying is, what if Alexis like got the fuck on? I don't know why that came to me, but it did. I was like, could she have, is she missing? Now some people are saying they never found her. Like, these people can't find her. So some, the theories are, maybe she was trafficked, maybe she was kidnapped or hurt, et cetera, et cetera. But again, I don't know why it came to my spirit, like that lady that I saw on Facebook from the 40s. Like, what if she got the fuck on? Because I know I've been in the mood to get the fuck on before, and hell, even now, you know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine like the people around me on some shit like, well, she left, and they got her mom talking about she was into astrology and the woo, and she said a few things, of course, to people she thought she could trust, and obviously it didn't play out like that, because now those conversations are being exposed, and it's like coming off like she kind of like went crazy. And I empathize with that energy, because when things were done to me in previous timelines, the people even involved was on some shit like, oh, we just thought you went crazy, knowing damn well that ain't how this shit played out. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I am an advocate for like speaking the fuck up, because I went back on my podcast to see, how I be telling y'all to go back to them episodes so y'all can listen to what happened, and I forgot that some of them episodes, I feel like Spirit wanted me to tell that story from a different place emotionally, because when I first told y'all about what was going on, it was from a very like raw, like that shit was happening in real time, and now that I've kind of evolved and healed, no, the story has not changed, but my perspective and the details and things that have played out since then, I think deserve a little chit chat. So when I do feel the need, I will tap into that, because to me, I feel like it's more to her story, and I hate that she's being painted in a way like, because she did hair, and people are like in the comments like, I wouldn't want nobody like that doing my hair, et cetera, but she ain't did shit to nobody, she just gone. She done disappeared. And I'm like, damn, imagine falling off the map and nobody knowing your story, nobody knowing like what the fuck really went down. Now, she seemingly confessed, so they say. Again, it's some shit I really ain't, whatever, to certain things like that she done. Like she said, she walked the left hand path, and I can empathize with that shit, because I do left hand work, but only when approved by the spirits. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I just feel like everybody got their way of thinking. But when it comes to telling like your own story and being able to advocate for yourself, continue to speak up, continue to tell, because what happens when you fall off the map or you decide to go no contact with people and they going around saying their version of shit, which is a lie or is, rumors, and these people are being given the opportunity to talk about her or whatever. And that's why I also think it's very important that if you are involved in this lifestyle, it's very important for us to show up. I know we should gatekeep in a lot of retrospects, but also it's important to show up so people never get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that try to twist it and say different little things, and they be wrong as fuck. Cause what the fuck, 11:22 on timestamp, what the fuck astrology got to do, her wanting to know about astrology got to do with? And I could see my mama them saying some shit like that. Like if I fall off the map and they come from, well, she got into that astrology and they did that to me. They handled me like that when that first happened. When my cousin did that bullshit to me, she got in people's inboxes and was like, she knew what she had done. She knew that they had laced me. She knew, but she was trying to do Kim was trying to do motherfucking damage control. And she got in people's inboxes and she was into that religious stuff. I had gotten, but I hadn't tapped over to etc. And she used my device while I was sick before they gave me my stuff. And she messaged people. So you got to speak up. You got to speak the fuck up, or they gonna write your story for you. They gonna write your story for you to cover their ass. They, after years of even knowing that things that had been done, they even recently, a conversation with my aunt, she was on some shit like, well, we just thought you went crazy. No, the fuck you didn't. You didn't think I went crazy because you had a conversation with my mother and you guys knew. You knew what you done. You knew what the hospital records said. That shit's on file. You know what I'm saying? But the narrative had to be created so they didn't look like the fucked up people. They didn't want to look fucked up with what they done. So I feel kind of like, damn, I know that maybe, I don't know. I feel like, what if she disappeared and she just didn't want to be bothered no more? Maybe some crazy shit went down. But at the same time, I don't want to take away from the fact that maybe something dangerous really could have happened to her. So I'm just speaking, in general, broad perspective and based on my own experiences of just going no contact with people who've harmed you or, misrepresented your character, done certain criminal things to you that you maybe want to speak about or not speak about, because that shit crazy. And people will try to talk shit, right? Even down to the Krishan situation. I'm watching and I'm seeing Blueface now is going on this radio tour, and he's coming off as the more mature, and I just can't be bothered with her. And she's a Pisces, and we get in our feels. I'm a Pisces stellium, first of all, so we get in our motherfucking feels, and it's off the rip, especially when we feel like we've been violated. And I'm not saying she's all right. This is nuance perspective here, but she's emotional and she can't reel it in, and I don't know what her moon sign is. My shit's in Capricorn, so I can go ice cold quick. We can get down to business fucking quick. Don't play with me like that. But when we are upset, we tend to sometimes step out a little, or a lot in her, and I just feel like he using her emotions against her. He using her ability to fly off the handle and be overly emotional against her, and people will play in your fucking face like that. Because again, I have had exes that do little shit, and then reactive abuse, and they'll come out oh well, I'm not, I don't know why she stopped talking to me. I'm the more mature person. I'm doing things the right way. And it be complete and total and utter fucking bullshit. That's why I don't miss her. Ain't nobody finna make me feel bad. I don't miss an opportunity for a screenshot, email, screen recording, because you're not finna play with me like that. You're not finna play with my mental health like that, like pretending like you're not finna do it. And I'm not gonna go off on a complete tangent because we need to do this reading, but just speaking on like things that I see and people trying to create illusions and shit like that, like bruh, like Blueface, come on bruh, come on now, come and oh Krishan, oh Summer, but hey, like I said on threads today, give people grace, because a lot of shit be going on. People be working on you. You be dealing with abuse. You be dealing with, like, when I say working, I mean doing spell work on you. Your family you be in survival mode. So you just never know what a person going through. You don't know the inner workings of shit that's happening, and it's very hard to speak so fluently and absolutely on people's situation, because you don't know the inner workings, you don't know the details. Because baby, I done been called everything but a child of God, and they have been perpetuating that story for years, trying to get ahead of the curve, because they knew that I was popular on social media. They knew that my voice reached, so they was trying to get ahead of that shit. But what you can't get ahead of is the medical records. And you cannot get ahead of the motherfucking text messages and them emails. So fuck that bullshit. And you can't get ahead of people who were around and willing to tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? I have had several people that have advocated for me, and they have talked to me and have come to me and warned me and said certain shit to confirm. You know what I'm saying? So we not playing that gaslighting shit in 2025 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So what advice would I offer? Realize you the wolf and keep it fucking moving and cutting people out your energy field, because some people are just wicked. Okay. Anyway, spirits, thank you so much for opening the roads for me on behalf of the tribe. Thank you for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you for the gift. I don't abuse the gift. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. I respect it. What guidance do you have for us today, honey? What guidance? Because it is tea. It's hot on social media. They finna be 50,000 think pieces on what Summer did. I don't know why she did it. Maybe I don't know why Summer did that. Anyway, Miss Ida, High Priestess in reverse, present. Four of baskets in reverse. Collective Father of Knives, which is the King of Swords in reverse, near future. Ancestors in reverse, which is the Death card in reverse. And overall, we've got the Nine of Coins in reverse. Not us all in the fucking negative today. A lot of people don't read in reverse, but I do. So when I read in reverse, I read for like it's saying either last season or like negative energy. Just whatever comes to me, with the spirits. Also, random. If I told y'all I was uploading some shit on Facebook, or I told y'all I was coming through to upload a reading, my storage been acting crazy. It could be Mercury retrograde right now, so bear with me, y'all. Charges in my head and not my heart. I'm trying to upload it. If all else fails, I'll just upload them separately. I wanted to upload it as a full reading, but if the videos keep acting crazy, I'm just gonna upload them separately so y'all can watch them in parts. Okay, y'all? Anyway, I decided that today. But anyway, so there could be a high priestess in reverse from the past, or you could be the high priestess, God forbid. And someone is not satisfied with the fact that you will not accept an offer, possibly from a manipulative King of Swords in reverse. This person realizes they're running out of time. They could not end a situation. If they don't end the situation soon, y'all know we talked about that Capricorn season shit from yesterday. If they don't end a situation soon, is going to either delay them financially or you. So there's a potential of them trying to set you back financially here, or stop you from feeling some sort of security within your life, confirmation, and they doing whatever they can. Confirmation. Oh, I had a bird too, y'all know that. So tell me about this high priestess in reverse. So there's been a high priestess in reverse. Somebody is being paid. They've been being paid for the past year. Ace of Coins. to do magic on you. They were paid by this Gemini masculine. Ooh, Spirit said, let's get right to it. We not even finna motherfucking play. We just get right to it. Okay, so she could have prominent Taurus placements, but because that's the high priestess's zodiac information. But this person, this high priestess in reverse, was paid a hefty sum, or she's been paid for a while to do magic on you by this Gemini masculine. And now somebody's being forced to take responsibility for causing you some sort of delay here, or some sort of illegal situation that has happened, or unjustified situation. I got the Judgment in reverse, Libra energy here. Yeah, heavy Libra. Somebody is being called to the altar, baby. Called to the altar. Heavy Libra. Somebody is under judgment, and they're being forced to look at a situation for what it is. This could involve also an Aquarius. They maybe didn't believe a situation, or somebody didn't want to. They either didn't want you to know, or they didn't want to see it as though they were battling you. 7 of Sticks. Or maybe you didn't realize these people was battling you over the past 7 days because they were keeping you in your head. They was keeping you like cloudy. 7 of baskets in reverse. Tell me more. So they was trying to keep this shit a secret. They was trying to keep it under wraps. Cancer could be significant as well. Yeah, somebody could have done some sort of illusion magic under the moon here. Yeah. Maybe somebody also is not really wanting you to know that they're fighting some sort of addiction or some sort of sickness here. Tell me about the 4 of baskets in reverse. Somebody was being delayed by a father figure here. Father of baskets. This person's coming out in the upright. This person you could have refused an offer here over the past 4 months from a water sign masculine. And now someone is unable to take a leap of faith because they need you to work with them. I got the free man, which is the 1133 on the timestamp. I got the, this is the Fool to the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Coins, depending, I try to make it sound for y'all in the traditional deck, too, for y'all that don't have this Hoodoo Tarot deck. But this individual, like, they can't move on. Like, they need you to work with them. They need this to happen, and somebody's afraid. There's somebody that's fearful here. Could be a mid-age, a younger fire sign feminine. They could have done something reckless in the past here, regarding, these people was collaborating out of fear or trying to stop you from moving on. 3 of baskets. And now you realize that all these people's working together. Like you realize the play. You see the finesse. 2 of knives in the reverse. And you see the lies that were being told for real too. You see it for what it is now. And somebody is heavily invested here. Somebody could have been paying for a very long time. Daughter of Coins, Knight of Pentacles here. Somebody could have been paid to be in a relationship with you, paid to be friends with you, paid to heal something with you. Yeah, because there was a treacherous 3 of Knives moment with a Mother of Knives in reverse. Maybe someone could have tried to end the situation, but there was lack of knowledge here. Someone could be ashamed. They don't want you to expose some sort of information about a family. 10 of Pentacles in reverse to the 10 of Coins here. And they were being forced to release you. These people are being forced because they can't sacrifice you. Hangman in reverse. So instead of sacrificing you like they tried to do in a previous timeline, they chose to delay you in the physical realm. So now someone's at a crossroads here. They're being forced to make a decision because this bullshit is coming out. 8 of Knives to the 5 of Knives. Between 5 to 8 weeks, this shit's coming out. Whatever they did, confirmation that was reckless as hell. Son of Sticks in reverse. And somebody's afraid that this is going to damage this relationship between you and them for a long time. This Bishop CH Mason in reverse. This Hierophant in reverse. Taurus energy here. Someone did something reckless, ended a friendship, ended a relationship with a big Queen and Empress in reverse. Aries significant. This person has not made peace with the end of this relationship. There's also a Virgo involved. 12, Dr. Grant, which is the Hermit in reverse, and it is being revealed that there is a tower here. Somebody is tower. This is happening today, present. Okay, now in your energy, you got this Father of Knives in reverse, and this person's trying to manipulate a situation. So they're gonna keep coming at you. This could be that Cancer energy, because they see that you're still comfortable, you're still put up. Mother of Coins in the upright, and they upset about that shit. They losing this fight. Aries could be significant with the Emperor in reverse. Yeah, they were trying to bully you because they were upset. They were definitely in their emotions with the Son of Baskets in reverse, and now they seem to have taken action over the past day because their plans have not been working out. Son of Coins in reverse. This person could feel quite weak here. They didn't plan on you exposing some sort of weakness. Leo could be significant because whatever it is that they've been doing for the past 8 years or so, things have not been working out, and this person is trying to resume control over a situation quickly. 4 coins to the 8 of sticks, which is wands, because they're trying to burden you. 10 of sticks in reverse with some sort of misfortune. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, again continuing to delay you, so that they can appear as though they made the right decision. They the ones should be held in high honor. So what you're really dealing with is a bunch of people that you done cut the fuck off, and like instead of them accepting what they've done and moving forward and healing, they are simply trying to rewrite a narrative by continuing to keep you in this cycle so that they don't appear as though they did anything wrong. These people are obsessed with staying in this energy of like, okay, I didn't do nothing wrong. Hell, they might mentally feel like they ain't do shit for real. You know what I'm saying? They might feel like what they did was right. But at the end of the day, it's like they want victory no matter what. So these people are going to continue to try to keep you delayed in this Wheel of Fortune in reverse and keeping you bound and like whatever. Somebody could have you in the freezer. And I'm going to post on my Patreon a spell to break that. Okay. But yeah, this person could have been quite abusive to you in the past, exemplifying King of Wands in the reverse energy. This abusive person, you could have had a family with this father figure, or they could be a part of your family. Somebody's wish fulfillment was for someone to move on so that, again, they could be the ones to be extending you the help. They didn't want nobody to notice. Leo could be significant, or somebody could not want you to know that they were helping a Leo, or a Leo could not want you to know that they were helping this person. They didn't want to appear as your enemy, and they didn't want to appear as the person who destroyed these relationships here. Somebody's no longer protected, and they're going through disaster after disaster. So now someone wants to come talk to you, or maybe they going through this because they knew this shit. Somebody could have known you were loyal to a person here, and they were quite aggressive in carrying out some sort of plan recently with a Father of Coins, and they were trying to keep a cycle open. So they decided that they would try to switch it up, try to change the situation out by continuing to attach themselves, pretending like they were helping. Capricorn could be significant, and they were never the enemy. 10 of Knives in reverse. And now that you've let go of the idea that you could deal with these people, now people are paying attention here to what someone really truly wanted, what they really wanted out of these. They really wanted to start their own lives over, and they were trying to perpetuate you as someone who was overly emotional, unstable here in the relationship. Like, oh, she crazy, he crazy. Yeah, they were trying to just say you weren't living in reality here. So now that this Father Sam's Sagittarius has walked away, or wanting to walk away from a situation, people are realizing that this was all a part of some sort of plan here to control you. A Mother of Sticks in reverse, and they're no longer listening to this person. They're no longer talking to this person. This could be you. Yeah, this is a whole bunch of ego. This is a whole bunch of bullshit. Yeah. See, you was innocent all along. That's what this telling me. And a lot of motherfuckers is coming out the box like having to face themselves, and maybe for a while people didn't have to deal with their karma, if you will, reaping what you sow, because some people don't believe in karma, but I know you believe in energy. And now that shit coming back around, it's coming back around, because at the end of the day, you was thinking you was burying your head in the sand. And like I said with the Krishan situation, when you reacting emotionally, people don't really be trying to hear what you trying to say for real. So collectively, it's almost like you needing to step back and compose yourself and realize you're a wolf and you're at war, and these people are using your feelings and your emotions and knowing that you will react against you. See, these people think they got you figured out. And you gotta zig when they motherfuckers, you gotta zig when they expect you to zag. That's the trick. Fasting, going no contact and zigging when they think you gonna zag. Because you got a couple people that you've been dealing with for a long, long time. And see, they think they got your ass figured out. That's what that is. They know you better than you know your fucking self. Ain't that some shit? No. Yeah, someone's being quite cold, quite manipulated. Maybe they're trying to manipulate you, come towards you because they see that you're comfortable and they feeling some type of way. And they want to abuse you. They want to control you. And they going to take every action to make sure that shit happen. Again, and that's why if you've been feeling a heavy pull of spell work, if you've been feeling like, damn, I can't come up out of this cycle, it's because you got a group of people that is working in tandem to keep you at a specific spot. And everyone, like we've been saying, is doing this for their own agendas. But that's why one person be done, okay, boom, tag this person in. Another person be done, then boom, tag that person in. Random. Ain't it funny that I've been saying scheme set up by Todd and him and Candy finna get a divorce? That shit crazy. I was like, not me using it, and then all of a sudden they getting a divorce. But I tell you what, when I mentioned that shit about Christian and that bullshit, she got the fuck on, and that shit started going crazy. And I ain't saying, I ain't the one that got some. You heard that from me? Okay, thanks. Like, stop it now. And the spirit said, put a stop to this shit ASAP Rocky. Okay, but yeah, they have not been given a chance to end you. Something could be happening before the end of Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Something's happening. Scorpio, significant. Let me see what's going on with the guys. The ancestors ain't holding back. They said, let me get right to it, because we ain't got time to play with y'all ass today. Okay, thanks. No shade. All tea. Somebody may not be proud of what they've done in the past. This could be an Aquarius. They couldn't see that you were the Empress, or they didn't want you to know you were the Empress. And they wish that they wouldn't have been battling you and fighting you. And they don't want to take responsibility for this shit, for real, because they know that you're going to be receiving justice for whatever happened. And they trying to continue to move in the shadows. 11:44 on the timestamp. So you got someone that's very like emotional right now. There's a Temperance in reverse of Sagittarius that's emotional. So there's been some sort of delay of communication, or you're not talking to this person, and it's delayed some sort of movement. So now they want this opportunity they're trying to offer you something. They could be trying to offer you some sort of resources or assistance. 8 months, 4, 5, 6, 7 months, my bad, y'all. 7 months is significant. Yeah, they gonna try to apologize here. Yeah, they want to apologize for hurting you. Present. Yeah, someone's embarrassed here. 7 of Wands in reverse. Someone's embarrassed. They tried to embarrass a high priestess. So now they're wanting to give you something. Ace of Pentacles. Your family could be wanting to give you some sort of, like I said, help. They could try to give you some money. There's a Virgo here because of this exposure from a Virgo, as well as Aries masculine. So there's a Hermit in reverse, Emperor in reverse, also a King of Pentacles in reverse. That could have tried to end you or end you for real, because I'm getting the Death card here. Mm-hmm. Ooh, hold on. Let me go back. Hold up. Someone is experiencing a tower. They're experiencing extreme failure. It is dealing with a high priestess, and it's because somebody's been paid by your family. They were paid a lot of money or for a very long time. They were given opportunities or money, and now that this energy is coming out, about what they did. That's what that is. They want to try to fix this shit now. Three of Swords in the upright. Yeah, they trying to fix these because they know they betrayed you. Ten of Swords. They've been betraying you for a long time. Knight of Pentacles, and they ain't think you'd ever realize it or you'd ever notice. And now someone's in regret. Five of Cups, because now they're under judgment in reverse for delaying you or not giving you an opportunity to get ahead. Two of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, and there's a lot of lies, a lot of misinformation about this ending of these partnerships or relationships. Lovers in reverse, especially when it comes to a Queen of Wands in reverse, and why they're no longer collaborating with you. And why you're having these setbacks are here. And this Queen of Swords in reverse may have manipulated this family for her own desires, and now someone's fearful that you might not accept their apology. Ace of Cups. So again, you got people taking action. There's a Leo taking action here, trying to build up the courage, build up her resources. But this person's still in this Queen of Pentacles. She was very selfish within this relationship. She was very materialistic, and her bullshit is being exposed. Seven of Swords in reverse. She's being exposed here for trying to control some situation or just being selfish. And she's also in a tower. Ooh, I was a little shaky yesterday, but Spirit is firing them damn messages off today. Do you hear me? Not a slip in my grip. Period. Yeah, whatever they were doing or planning out career-wise, they're losing. Yeah, so maybe you could have been arguing about it. Five of Swords, and someone lied about Knight of Wands. Somebody could have lied about their actions. This is a Leo here. Someone could have lied and said you took action against them or you did something, and this is why y'all ain't making peace. But this cycle has remained open because this person refuses to detach or refuses to realize that this Gemini magician here is the reason why this information is coming out. This person was upset. They led with emotion, and there's King of Cups in reverse here that is coming forward with some information, and now they're fighting. They're fighting because they were working together, and they didn't think that they would have to worry about someone taking a leap of faith. A Fool in reverse, because maybe they felt like you'd be too upset, or people would think you were crazy again or overly emotional, and you would consistently be left out in the cold. But since you release these burdens, now someone's trying to come through and help you. This Chariot, this Cancer, he continues to show up. So this person is trying to stop you, and they're in a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And so they're trying to get you, maybe they wanted you to stay in this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and you left. You got the hell on. Six of Swords here, and now you're being given a chance to start a new life. So they trying to get you to be stuck. They want you to be held up. Pisces could be significant. So this person is taking action with this King of Swords in reverse to trap you. Bitch. Listen, let me tell y'all, if people spent half the time that they spend like scheming and lying and coming up with shit, if they spent half the time that they spent doing that shit and actually getting themselves together, I kid you fucking not, right? Like, their lives could be as good as they pretend for them to be. Like, that shit you pretending, that happiness you pretending to have, that how fun go. You could actually have it. You know what I'm saying? If you would like stay off the collective yuck. You understand? But they can't. Egos, reputation, like, oh God, them egos is taking y'all ass down through there. Do you have enough? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. It's crazy. Woo, Jesus. Yeah, somebody doesn't have enough confidence to do the work. That's what the oracle is saying. They ain't got enough confidence. They know this shit ain't gonna work, and they can't even build themselves up. They too worried about you. So in the past, these people could have hurt you. They weren't very nice to you. They didn't defend you, and they didn't want to change. And this is something that they kept like hidden and disguised. So whatever they were trying to hide, they didn't want you to be shown as like this happy person, right? They wanted to take that power from you, and they felt like maybe this would balance out their lives, but things didn't change. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever mysteries they thought were hidden have been exposed. You have the courage to step into your authentic self and keep that energy going, and they were consumed with you growing and moving forward and keeping chaos in your life. So they didn't want shit to truly end, but they couldn't trick you anymore. So now these people are cursed because whatever they thought they was creating is now destroyed. You don't even trust them anymore. So now they can't, like, the way they was coming after you in the past, they can't do that shit no more because you've adapted to all the bullshit present. Now someone's coming forth because they want to make a deal. They want to heal this situation, Capricorn. And they're inspired by your freedom and the fact that you're not afraid. You've been quite cunning, and this is how you've gotten this rebirth. So now they want to come collaborate with you. They want to know, how do you do what you do? Fuck, y'all crazy. Somebody didn't follow their instincts and believe what you said. So now they see that your intentions are good, and in the past they didn't give you any love. This Taurus didn't show you any fucking love. They didn't believe in nothing you were saying, and now that these secrets are being exposed and they see that you are stronger than what they thought, they can't help but remember they haven't forgotten something. They didn't communicate with you. This shit been laid to rest. And ever since this shit been laid to rest, you've been existing in a victory. And their lack of patience and lack of love and care is why you were protected. Things aren't working out because they were stupid. And their friends have done some sort of work here in the background. And it's affecting their confidence. I ain't got time for no followers. That's why I say when I be helping y'all, I be trying to help y'all lead. I can't stand a follower. Because if you a follower person, you a game stalker person. You will try to bully a person. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not with that shit. As somebody who's dealt with bullying since they were younger, I don't fuck with that shit. I don't fuck with that follower shit. No, I do not like it. And as soon as I sense you a follower, I try to separate myself immediately, because I have dealt with that. It's not right. So anyway, keeping my team brief, everything, and expect the unexpected. Stay strong, because these energies are simply weak and they need you. And once you wake up and realize it's you that they need, 11:55, things will change drastically and quickly for you. Once you realize you the fucking wolf, things will shift. You know what I'm saying? But let me know how y'all feel about this message. Let me know if it resonates in whatever shape, form, and capacity. And if it does, don't forget to follow, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. You never know who it can help. And if you are in need of any services along the lines of readings or workings, click that link in my bio. I do have available situations for you today. You know what I'm saying? You can search that list, or you can book a consultation and we'll go from there. But I love you guys. I appreciate y'all for supporting me, taking the time out of your day to listen and engage. And you know we're going to chat soon. All right. Love you, mean it. Bye.